facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mayfield on play action. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Mayfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle. last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mond out of the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mond. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Open man here is Conklin. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Mond looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Mond's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
On first down, here's Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
That is caught by Thielen. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mond going to throw it. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Mond. Quickly to Thielen here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan... Halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. Had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mayfield down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now it's the backup Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Lets it fly for Thielen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much. much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On third down, Cousins. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. Cousins will try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Third down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
First down. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground, Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Cousins on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Riley Harrison. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted and take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Cousins to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second and 10. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
One last shot now for Cousins. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the